I think the best way to know when a Galaxy is about to launch is by noticing the iPhone rumors. Because yes, even if there's still more time to go, it looks like the iPhone 14 is about as ready as it should be. Also, if you're planning on buying a new Mac, you might want to wait because there's a lot coming. And well, if you're concerned about the Galaxy S22 shipping date, trust me, you are not alone. I'm Jaime Rivera, and Diego told me to come up with some dad joke for the fact that this is the day with the most number 2s in the year. And I hope you didn't think it was that other number 2. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with both good and bad news for the Galaxy S22 series, and don't worry, we got more content on them coming very soon. Starting off with the bad news, there's a post on Reddit where users are having issues with their S22 Ultra's display, showing a line of jumbled pixels that kind of look like static on the bottom half of the panel. Apparently it doesn't happen constantly, but so far all of the models with the issue have been Exynos variants, as if any more drama was needed. And it's still early to tell if it's an SoC problem, but so far no one with a Snapdragon has been able to replicate the issue. My unit has been fine so far, but we will keep you posted on any updates from Sammy on the matter. Now moving on to the good news, it looks like demand is going really well for the S22 series to the point where they're still struggling to keep up with the delivery times. At the moment, there's not a single model that can ship by February 25th release date, with even the 1TB models being pushed all the way to mid-April. Of course, demand is great, but shortages also have to do with the matter, so it's not all great. Let us know if you guys got a Galaxy S22 and or what your delivery time is. Let's keep talking about Samsung and their MWC event. Last week we got an invitation, but we had no idea on what the company would bring. Now we have some renders from GizNext and Only showing off laptops. I know it is Mobile World Congress, but if you remember, this is the time last year where we had an update to the company's Galaxy Chromebook and also their Galaxy Book series. By the look of these renders, it looks to be the Windows models. We get to see another take on the red color variant we love with the Galaxy Chromebook, showing off the 360-degree hinge and the keyboard. The display is reportedly a 15-inch panel, and from these renders, we can also see 3 USB-C ports, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a micro SD slot, so you'll have to get a dongle if you want HDMI capabilities. There's also no word on if there will still be a 13.3-inch variant we got last year, but I hope it does make the cut. Finally, it's expected to bring a 12th generation Intel Alder Lake processor, and sadly we have no clue if there will be an AMD variant or not, but we'll keep you posted as things go in Barcelona. Speaking of computers, let's shift gears onto Apple and all the mess on the different Macs we've been covering over the past, few weeks, but I think this report finally gives us more clarity. As yes, Mark Gurman claims that Cupertino will release as many as 7 new Macs this year, with the first set coming on Apple's March 8th event. He mentions that since the 2020 MacBook Pro and the Mac Mini are the quote-unquote 2 of the oldest Apple Silicon Macs in the lineup, they'll be the ones that will get refreshed, with the MacBook Pro packing an M2 chip, while the new Mac Mini gets an M1 Pro treatment. Then Apple is expected to launch the new Mac Pro and iMac Pro around May or June, probably at WWDC, and then after WWDC, Apple will finish the year with the revamped M2 MacBook Air as their holiday seller, and then a new M2 24-inch iMac and then M2 Mac Mini. Gurman claims that Apple will not ship the M1 processor in a new Mac this year, and that they will be powered by new chips exclusively. On an interesting twist, one of the Pro Macs coming this summer will apparently bring a super-powered version of the M1 Max chip, probably the iMac Pro. All this really sounds great. It's just really confusing to understand what Apple is doing with the M2, but then keeping the M1 and meaning M1 Pro, M1 Max, so we'll see. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple yet again and moving on to iPhones. We have a new report claiming that Foxconn has begun trial production of the iPhone 14 Pro, suggesting that Apple has now finalized the design and is moving into the early stages of manufacturing. Apparently, Foxconn will manufacture the Pro models while Luxshare will handle the two lower-end models. It also notes that Foxconn will begin OEM trial production of the iPhone 14 Pro to make sure that it meets Apple standards, which also serves as preparation for mass production. So, since the design is reportedly finalized, let's go over the changes we're expecting. For starters, the Mini is reportedly gone due to the low sales in favor of a 6.7-inch iPhone 14, either Max or Plus variant, whatever the name is going to be. And then we haven't heard much for the regular variant's design changes, so we'll assume they'll just bring some slight updates over what we got with the 13 series. And when it comes to the Pro variant, we're still expecting a flat design even on that triple camera array at the back, with earlier leaks hinting that the camera hump is gone and that the cameras will be flush to the back. The volume rockers are round again like the iPhone 4, and while that's all nice and everything, apparently the biggest changes come to the notch. Apparently we're getting a pill and a punch hole next to each other in order to get all the Face ID sensors crammed in there. So anyways, today's question, let us know, what do you think of all the leaks with the iPhone 14 design? Because, listen, it's been a bit, so I actually will like anything they bring that will kill some sort of the notch, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me come up with the worst jokes because Diego just does not provide them. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.